Death Valley Days.
Well, now, this is my lucky day. Where'd you drop from? No speak of English, huh?
I speak English.
Well, that's fine. I'm gonna be needing a squaw to keep me comfortable while I'm getting rich.
Go away, white man.
What'd you say?
You have no right to be here. Go!
Well, now, no copper-hided squaw is gonna tell me what to do.
This is Dakota country. Only for my people. White men must not come in. That is the treaty.
Well, I'm in and I'm staying in.
Then you die.
Oh, yeah? Squaw. I ain't gonna die. Because you ain't gonna run off and bring your tribe down on me. You ain't going no place but to the happy hunting ground.
If you take his scalp, soldiers will come from the fort.
When they come, we will kill them.
Then more soldiers will come.
I hear a woman talking. She say it is bad thing for men to kill the enemy.
I say it is a bad thing to bring death to women and their children.
You, healing woman, have no child. You will live because I killed this white man.
No. Because Running Wolf wants war. Chief Tallrock shall hear of this.
There is horse. So ride fast. The old man, he listened to woman. Go!
I found this white man. He was alone. I told him he must go. If he had seen Running Wolf, he would have run away back to the fort. There was no need to kill him.
Running Wolf has a need. His need is like fire burning.
The woman has been talking. She say when the white man come, we must run, or they will drive us out. I, Running Wolf, I say...
Who is Running Wolf?
I have counted coup on the white man.
Is Running Wolf chief of the Dakota Nation?
The enemy came. I killed him.
I have killed many enemy when there was war. They saw my face before they died. Now there is peace. I have spoken for the Dakota Nation. As long as the sun shines, there will be no war. If the white man break the treaty, his people will punish him. This scalp Running Wolf has taken is not one life, it is many lives. It is not one white man dead. It is many dead in Dakota Nation. Speak.
The Dakota Nation has not broken the treaty. Not only white men are fools.
This woman call a warrior a fool?
This woman speak truth. We will go to the fort. We will tell the soldiers a man is dead. We cannot make him live again. But there will be no more killing. Come.
Does a Dakota woman speak for the nation?
The white men know this woman. They know she does not lie. Is the brave warrior afraid to show his enemy his face?
They will see me. They will be afraid.
Understood, then. If I don't hear from you within a week, we're coming in after you.
That would be in direct violation of your orders from Washington.
Orders or not, I don't propose to sit here doing nothing if the Sioux are on the warpath.
Captain Morris, you know and I know, if the soldiers enter the nation, the Sioux will go on the warpath, all of them. That's what I'm here to prevent.
If you can, which I doubt. It's been building up for months.
Well, it's no fault of yours, Captain. You didn't write the treaty that put the wall between the wagon people and the promised land they're headed for, and that they're bound to get to come fire, snow, or high water.
Mr. Dart, whose side are you on?
Oh, I'm working for you, Doc, which don't prevent me from remarking for the record that in case Captain Morris doesn't hear from us, be because there's nothing to hear from, nor to come after.
Captain, get a minute.
It's all right, Doc. I signed on of my own free will and foolishness. And I'll be with you as far as we get, till we're got.
Captain, we want to know about this.
About what?
You letting these two ride into the nation?
That's their job. This gentleman is Dr. James Ransom, special agent of the Indian Bureau. He's been sent out from Washington to negotiate a revision of the Dakota Nation Treaty.
Just what kind of revisions?
Well, if we're lucky, an agreement with the Indians that your wagons can go through.
Then that's got to be took up back there in Washington?
Naturally.
While we sit here eating up our provision with winter coming on and likely stuck here till spring? No.
You're wasting Dr. Ransom's time and your breath. No wagon goes into the nation unless the Indians guarantee safe passage.
Well, we'll take our chances.
Oh, no, you won't.
Are you going to shoot us to stop us?
I will if I have to. Those are my orders.
Well, we don't have to take orders from you. We've got our rights.
So do the Indians.
They what?
They were here first.
What are you, some kind of a crazy Indian lover?
I respect the Indians.
And it don't matter what happens to us tax-paying citizens.
If it didn't, I wouldn't be here. You'll hear from us, Captain.
I hope so.
Come on.
Hold it! If you try to move any of your wagons, my orders are to put you all under military arrest.
Yeah, they're in there all right, Doc. Maybe watching us right now. It's the kind of Indians I like the least. No see 'em till all of a sudden.
You know a shortcut?
Well, Doc, you remember Captain Morris gave you some mighty good advice. The longer you stay the wagon road, the safer.
Time's running short on us. I'm afraid he might send troopers in before we get a chance to talk to Chief Tallrock.
Well, they didn't call them Badlands that just because of how they looked. There's no telling what's in there.
If it's Indians, that's what we're looking for.
That's the way. Pony tracks. Engine. You better get that rifle of yours while you're still able.
Shoot first and then tuck piece? That never works out very well.
What's that? Come on. That's a Sioux war arrow.
You mean Dakota?
Well, don't make no difference to him. He never knew what hit him. He can't figure what would make a miner think he could find gold out here.
He found it.
It isn't real, is it?
Real enough to start another gold rush.
Doggone it. I knew there was something that brought me back to this godforsaken country.
Hold it! Peace! This white man gave peace sign.
Perhaps the sun was in my eyes. Or perhaps old men see peace signs. Old men and women. I see enemy. They see me. I kill them. Their scalps are mine.
This white man is not dead.
I have counted coup on him. He is mine.
Came in peace. Friend, it didn't come for gold.
What is gold?
It is yellow rock the white men love. We are friends.
We kept the peace treaty.
Treaty. I came to talk about treaty.
We have kept the treaty.
Why? Why?
You have done this. You bring war on our nation.
The tall rock is afraid. Let him hide with women in the teepees while the young man fights.
We take this man to camp. Ask other white men to help us.
The other white man has gone to the mountains.
Go search for other white man.
Another white man. Is there a white man with your people?
Yes. He is far away, but they will bring him.
Thank God. Thank God.
What he say?
He thanks his God. This is how the white men pray.
Oh, thank you. Who are you?
I'm called Tassilia.
Does that name have meaning in English?
It means healing woman.
It fits. It fits. Who is this other white man?
He is our friend. He has lived a long time with my people. He has taught us many things.
Is he, forgive me, a squaw man?
He is like me. He has no one.
Is he like you about caring what happens to strangers?
He is kind to all men.
How does he feel about his own people?
He will tell us when he comes.
Better be soon.
This woman forgets this white man is mine. This woman sees me count coup on this man. When the sun sets, I will kill this man.
First Indian I ever wanted to kill.
Pray, white man. Pray. Has he come?
He will talk only to you.
White man.
I know. Running Wolf killed 2 treaty breakers. You and Tall Rock brought another one here. He must not see me.
He says he is from the government, from Washington.
I know where he's from.
He says he must talk with you.
We've got nothing to talk about.
White man, why are you running away?
I've been here long enough.
The government man prays for you to help him.
All he wants is to get his hands on me.
He says he will go to the fort with you and tell the soldiers a bad thing has happened, that we did not break the treaty.
I will go nowhere with him. Running Wolf can have him.
White man.
Stop calling me that. Don't ever call me that again. I'm not white, I'm black. Black!
The white men were your people.
I was a white man's slave. He owned me body and soul. I did a terrible thing. I stole myself from my own and ran away to live with the Indians. That's why the government man came after me.
No, white man.
I said, stop calling me that. You know what I am. You've always known.
The government man came to make a new treaty with Chief Tall Rock, so there will be no war between his people and ours.
I have no people.
You say you have no people. Look at them. They remember how you taught them to plant corn so we would not be hungry in the long winter. A small child was sick. You made him well.
I brewed him a batch of sassafras tea, that's all. To break his fever.
He lives because you were kind.
All right. I've done my best to pay for being safe and free, but that's all over.
Nothing is over, white man.
I've asked you to stop it.
When the sun sets, Running Wolf will take his scalp. Soldiers will come. Women and children will die. Running Wolf will say you ran away because you are afraid.
What do I care what he says about me?
Is this what you feel in your heart?
I wish you hadn't gone to that mission school and learned how to talk good English.
The woman has been talking.
That's right, Running Wolf. Now, you and me, we'll talk. I'm going to take him back.
No, he is mine.
You didn't buy him, you don't own him. He's worth more to these people than you and me put together. Anyhow, they think he is. And that's all that counts. Are you? These Indians told you I was white. They don't know any better. But you do, slave hunter.
I'm no slave hunter.
No, you're a big government man from Washington. Can you stand on your own feet if I lift you up?
I can try.
Come on.
White man!
Running Wolf.
Is Running Wolf afraid? If he is not afraid, let him kill. If he cannot kill, how can he lead other men to war? Go, Running Wolf. Go far. Now there will be peace in the Dakota Nation.
I have to pick up my bag.
I'd like to talk to you.
All right, in my tent. Sit down.
Thank you, Mr.
You know my name. Gaines, Scipio Gaines. With no mister on the front. Just call me boy, so I'll start getting used to it again.
Listen, Mr. Gaines. I wasn't looking for you. The wagon trains are heading for the nation. There's gold in the Badlands. If word of that gets out, the Army won't be able to hold them back much longer. Something I don't understand. When did you leave the United States?
I crossed to this side of the Missouri on March the 6th, 1857.
You must have been just a kid. 1857. That was 6 years before.
Before what?
Did you ever hear of Abraham Lincoln?
Who's he?
He was the president until a madman murdered him. He wrote the Emancipation Proclamation. He set you free.
Free?
Free! It took a civil war to make it happen. But Mr. Gaines, slavery stopped 12 years ago. You've been a free man all this time. You don't have to go back with me. Nobody has the right to make you go anywhere. You didn't know that. You were willing to go back to slavery to save my life. A white man you thought was hunting you. I'd like to shake hands with you, Mr. Gaines. Welcome home.
Death Valley Days.
You plan to settle in the West for good, Miss Beringer?
Well, I don't know, Lieutenant. I just came out for a visit, really.
Well, it's not like it used to be out here. It's peaceful now. Nothing ever happens. The Indians have lost all their spirit.
Well, that must be a relief.
Perhaps it is. From a civilian point of view. But I am a fighting man, and this doing nothing bores me stiff.
That's her, Jim. Elsie Behringer. She's Mrs. Behringer's niece.
From Maryland. She sure is a pretty little thing, isn't she? You boys talked to her yet?
Well, Ham and I tried to.
As soon as we was introduced, though, the United States Cavalry took over. Lieutenant Harper?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, something's got to be done about that boy. You can't pry him away from her. Well, what it takes is a little finesse. Now, you boys are good, solid citizens, and the state of Nevada needs more men like you. But there's just one thing you ain't got. Finesse.
For a soldier, violence is a natural part of life, something he hardly thinks about. But if I could tell you about some of the battles fought with Indians right here, it'd be enough to make your hair stand on end.
Do you mean battles that you fought in?
Oh, no, I haven't taken part in any campaigns myself. That is personally, but then perhaps it's not over yet. I mean, I may still have a chance, well, at least one chance to prove myself in combat.
Well, now, let's see if I can figure out what you two are talking about. Indian fighting?
Well, how did you know?
Well, if the cavalry fought the Indians as much as the lieutenant here talks about it, there wouldn't be an Indian alive around here. Maybe a couple across the border.
You'll have to excuse Campbell, Miss Behringer. He likes to think of himself as one of our local humorists.
Lieutenant, now why don't you pussyfoot around and look behind the bushes and trees for some hostile savages? Did I tell you have the prettiest green eyes I've ever seen in my
Look
whole
here,
life?
Campbell.
What?
Lieutenant Harper. Yes, sir.
Time we were leaving, Lieutenant.
So early, sir?
It's nearly 6 o'clock, and it's a 10-mile ride back to the fort.
And we don't want any of our soldier boys out after dark, do we, Lieutenant?
Sir, I'd like permission to stay a while. I'll ride back alone.
It's your privilege. Evening, ma'am. Jim.
Major? Now, as I was saying about your green eyes...
Mr. Campbell, if you don't mind.
Will you drink some punch? Now, quit messing around.
Did you see him run? I see him. I heard him. I bet he'll be running for a week. Hey, where's Ham? Ham? Hey, Ham!
What happened to you?
I got the laughing so hard I fell off my horse. What's the matter? Did you lose him? I reckon we scared him too. Hey, Jim, what do you suppose that lieutenant's gonna say when he gets back to the fort? Indians! Over the gate! Over the gate! Indians! Indians! Over the gate! Indians! Make free!
Where's the major? Major! Major! We gotta stop them. They came after me, sir.
Now, calm down, Lieutenant.
They came after me, sir!
At ease. Now, tell me what happened.
I was riding home, sir, and I was attacked by a band of Indians. Yes, sir, I heard their war cries. They came after me. They were shooting me. I just barely escaped with my life, sir.
How many were there?
Well, there was a whole bunch of them, sir. There must have been at least 12. No, sir, there was more than that. There was more like 17. Yes, sir, there were 17 Indians, sir.
Lieutenant, are you sure they were Indians? You didn't make some kind of a mistake.
No, sir, I'm positive.
Sergeant, on a patrol. We better go see what's out there.
Oh, no, sir, I'd like to go with you, sir.
At ease. You get some rest. You've had enough action for one evening.
Yes, sir, but this might be my chance to prove myself in combat.
I said at ease.
Yes, sir.
A couple of you men,
Take Lieutenant Harper to his quarters. He seems to have fainted.
Hey, wait. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, Miss Behringer, Miss Behringer, may I call you Elsie? And she'll say, why, sure, Jim. And I'll say, Miss Elsie, you are undoubtedly the prettiest little gal that ever came out to this country. And she'll say, oh, gee.
And you figure we really scared him good enough to keep him away for good?
Well, let me put it this way. Even if he goes to see her, he's not going to stick around after sundown. And a man has to do all his courting in the daytime. Ain't going to be much of a rhyme.
Oh! Hold it right there, whoever you are.
Oh, Major, have them put their guns down. It's just us.
Secure arms.
What are you men doing out here?
Well, we just on our way home from the party, Major.
What do you mean? The road you should be on is over 5 miles from here. And you, Ham, where's your horse?
My horse?
You heard me. Where is it?
Well,
It was stolen, Major.
Who stole it?
Indians?
Indians.
That's right. They attacked us and took Ham's horse, and we were looking for it. That's how we got so far out of our way, and we haven't found hide nor hair of those Indians since.
Are you sure it was Indians?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sorry to hear that. Real sorry.
Sorry?
Lieutenant Harper said he was attacked by Indians tonight, too. I'd been hoping he made a mistake, but evidently he didn't. It looks like we're in for an uprising. You men better go on home. It's not safe out here. Let's get back to the fort, men. There's a lot to be done. Forward!
Oh, I don't think we should have told him that, Jim.
Well, I had to tell him something.
boy, we better do something. I mean, he thinks there's an uprising. You heard him.
Oh, it'll blow over.
No, I think Ham's right. Look, we started this, and now we've got to stop it before it turns into real trouble.
Oh, don't get upset. We'll ride over to the fort tomorrow and get things calmed down. They'll probably have forgotten all about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And this is the Indian camp. If we can take a patrol
Major.
into this terrain.
I was wondering if we could have a little talk with you.
The Major and I are working on important military preparations. We can't waste time talking with civilians, Mr. Campbell.
Take it brief, Campbell. What is it?
Well, Major, we were just thinking about those Indian attacks last night, and, well, we were just wondering if there couldn't have been a little mistake.
Mistake?
Oh, but it were awful dark out there, Major.
Yeah, Major, a man could hardly see anything out there.
That's right. It could have been Indians or anything else out there in all that dark.
Are you trying to tell me that you've decided now that you weren't attacked by Indians?
I wouldn't listen to them, sir. It could be some sort of trick.
It better not be. Now, were you attacked by Indians or weren't you? And if you weren't, what happened to Ham's horse? And what were the three of you doing out there?
Well, it was just like we said it was. We just wanted to make sure there wasn't some sort of mistake. You know, we wouldn't want an Indian war to break out or anything like that.
Maybe you can't face the facts, Mr. Campbell, but I can. No, I was attacked by a band of screaming Indians last night, and there's no question about that. And now there's going to be some shooting around here, and I intend to be right in the thick of it. Now, maybe that's what you're so afraid of. That I will come out of this a hero.
Major, now those Indians have been peaceful for years. They wouldn't go on a warpath now.
I can't ignore the facts, Jim. But don't worry. We aren't going to take any military action until we have more information about what they're up to.
Well, that's a very sensible attitude, Major. I told you there wasn't nothing to worry about.
Major! Major! I thought you'd want to know. I just talked to two sheep herders who was down by the Indian camp.
How does it look?
Looks mighty bad. Braves is all painted up doing their war dances. They said you could hear the drums a half mile away. No question about it. Them Redskins is on the warpath.
Oh, no, that couldn't be.
Now, are you satisfied, Mr. Campbell?
The west gate's open.
Why you come here?
We came in peace, Chief. We just want to have a little talk.
Talk.
Well, the boys and I, we were just wondering if it's true about you and your braves planning on making war against a white man.
White man make war against us.
Oh, no, they want peace.
White man's lies. First you make lies, then you ready to make war. I know what happened. Say we steal horse from that one. Say we chase young lieutenant. Today you send for more men to make war against me. Now my braves are angry. Want to go on warpath.
What if we said we made a mistake?
You take back lies?
Well, we'd say we made a mistake about your brave stealing Ham's horse.
That's more better.
Well, then I guess everything's all right.
No. Still other lie. Say we chase young lieutenant.
We'll say that was a mistake, too.
No. Young soldier, he make lie. You bring him here.
Well, now, I don't think we can do that.
Then we go on warpath.
No, wait. Isn't there another way?
No other way.
No other way.
No, you bring young lieutenant here. Take back lies before all my braves. Then we smoke peace pipe. Otherwise, we have not forgotten how to make war.
Hey, maybe we could kidnap him. Oh, that's all we have to do is kidnap an army officer. He'd never admit he was wrong anyhow. He's just dying for a chance to get into some action.
Even if we told Harper the truth, he wouldn't believe it. We'd just get him away from the major, and maybe we could talk some sense into him.
Hey, what's that down there? Cavalry patrol.
Maybe Harper's with him. Maybe this is our chance.
Campbell, what are you doing here?
I thought we warned you to stay out of this, Mr. Campbell.
You just come from the Indian camp?
We were down there trying to make peace with the Indians.
A peace? But what are you trying to do to me?
I'm trying to save your hide, Harper. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to save all our hides. Major, the chief would like to have a little powwow with Lieutenant Harper here.
Does he want to apologize for the attack on me last night?
Well, yeah, something like that. Now, come on down to the camp and let's have a talk with him.
No, sir. I'm accepting no apologies. I want satisfaction.
Lieutenant Harper, I won't order you to go with him. But remember, this is not a duel. It's an Indian war, and a lot of lies may be involved.
You're not afraid to go down that camp, huh? Are you, Harper?
Of course. I'm not afraid. Sir, I should like permission to volunteer for this mission.
Campbell, remember, no tricks. We'll be within earshot.
Oh, now, Major, now you know you can rely on us.
What are we stopping for?
We're going to have a little talk.
Oh, no.
Oh, now, just hold on.
What's the meaning of this?
Harper, I'm going to confess to you. We're not going down there and have the Indians apologize to us. We're going down there and apologize to them.
For what?
Accusing them of hostile actions. Like chasing you home the other night after the party.
Oh, no, not again. Now, listen here. I'm an officer of the United States Cavalry. If I say they were Indians, they were Indians.
No.
Well, how can you say they weren't?
Oh, it's easy. Because we were the Indians.
You?
That's right. We put on disguises, and we made a lot of noise, shot our guns up in the air. Ham here, he had to fall off his horse and lose it. That's why we had to make up that story to the major. What started out as a little joke, it sort of got out of hand.
You don't really expect me to fall for a silly ruse like that.
Well, you fell for it.
You not only fell for it, you ran for it.
make a fool of me, aren't you? You'd like that, wouldn't you, Mr. Campbell? You'd like to tell Elsie that I ran away from 3 ignorant cowboys dressed in shabby disguises. Well, it will not work. If I said they were Indians, I still say they were Indians.
And I swear to you, it was us. Now, look, Harper, there are real Indians down there in that camp, and there's going to be a lot of trouble if we don't go down there and straighten it out.
It won't work, Campbell.
You know, you are pig-headed. That's one thing you are, is pig-headed. It was so dark out last night, how could you tell what you saw?
I know what I heard. A dozen Indians at least. And I shall never forget the sound of their savage screaming as long as I live. Now, you can't tell me the 3 of you made all that noise.
Well, I don't have to tell you. I can prove it to you. Ham, the lieutenant here doesn't believe we can sound like a dozen Indians. How is your voice?
Fine.
All right.
You believe it?
I believe you. Now, we've got to do something because there's going to be a war.
Those were war cries. They must have been ambushed. Bugler, sound the charge.
Cavalry! They attack us! King! Espone! Ataya!
We got to do something.
Stop, Major! Major, you don't have to go! Major, you don't have to go! No, Major, you don't have to go!
Let's go! They attack us!
Major! Major! Major!
What happened? They try to ambush you?
No, sir.
Let's go! They attack us!
They're not attacking you, and they're not about to.
The lieutenant want to make peace?
I have a feeling the lieutenant's about to become the most peaceful man in the United States Cavalry.
What was that noise I heard?
Noise, sir?
Horrible screaming and yelling. Enough to make a man's blood run cold.
Well, I can't imagine what that was, sir. You gentlemen?
Beats me.
Well, it could have been a bunch of screaming cowboys out there somewhere, Major.
Oh, sheep herders, maybe.
I don't know. Sounded like war cries to me.
Oh, well, sir, that just proves how easy it would be to make a mistake on a thing like this, and, well, how tragic it might be if some innocent lives were lost as a result of it.
Lieutenant, have you decided that you made a mistake?
No, sir, not at all. Well, I thought maybe it was best if I just forgot the whole incident. Sir, I think maybe I'd better go down to their camp and talk with them. Campbell says they want some sort of an apology, and, well, that's ridiculous, I know, but I think maybe we ought to do everything we can to preserve the peace and to, satisfy their simple, primitive pride.
Come, Nika!
You know, Major Breen would certainly be angry if he found out the 3 of you started all of this. And, you certainly couldn't get in trouble with the law about it. I mean, staging a fake Indian raid, that's a very serious offense.
Harper, you thinking about turning us in?
Well, to be perfectly frank with you, I'd just assume the truth didn't get out about this. I mean, you know, if it were told in a distorted way, it would make me appear...
Foolish.
No, it's
stupid.
No, I'm saying that, a thing like this could do a great deal of damage to an officer's reputation. I mean, it could ruin his whole career.
Well, I'd be very happy to forget about the whole thing if,
Lieutenant, what are you doing here?
The same thing you are, it would appear. I've come to pay a call on Miss Berringer.
Well, Did you realize it's almost sundown?
Now, that doesn't worry me, Mr. Campbell.
No.
No, you see, I don't believe I have anything to fear from our red brothers. And I'm sure I have nothing to fear from you. Please, go ahead. Enough.
Well, how do you do, Mr. Campbell? Lieutenant Harper.
Miss Berringer?
I heard about your adventures with the Indians, Lieutenant. Must have been quite exciting for you.
It was nothing.
Well, maybe it didn't mean anything to you. But in a way, I'm glad it happened. It's made me realize the truth of what you said about how violent a soldier's life is. I'd never been socially acquainted with professional military men before. And now that I know what horrid existences they lead, well, I'm sure I never will be again. I hope I make myself clear.
Miss Berringer?
Good day, Lieutenant.
Miss Berringer, may I compliment you on your good judgment? I would have hated to see a fine lady like yourself get involved with one of those roughneck soldiers. Could I suggest that maybe you might find yourself a nice gentleman civilian to settle down with?
Well, I intend to do just that.
That's fine.
But it most certainly won't be here. Well, I've never heard of such a place. Indians here, cavalry there. You may look forward to spending your life in this country, but I certainly don't. Now, there's a train leaving for the east tomorrow, and I plan to be on it.
Oh.
Good day, Mr. Campbell.
Oh, Miss Berringer, maybe you could just stay around just for a few days.
Death Valley Days.
Now, 20 Mule Team products bring you Death Valley Days. Some men and some women are born to ride the one-way road. The best they can do is play the cards fate deals, the best they can. That's how it was when one more saddle tramp came down the Dodge City Trail and into the Golden Longhorn, with his right hand itching for his gun.
Don't you ever get tired kicking men like that around?
I didn't notice I was kicking anybody.
Win, lose, or draw, he means trouble.
All trail tramps are trouble. But his money don't hurt me a bit.
He's not wearing that 45 just for decoration. He's got a chip on his shoulder 10 feet high.
His kind all do. They all throw a big, big bluff, and they hightail it down the trail when they're called.
Not that one.
You ever seen them before?
I've seen too many like him to need to.
Dora, you've got a hole in your heart, and his kind ride right into it. When are you going to quit adopting stray cats and saddle tramps?
When they stop coming along.
You called. I'm all in. And all spades.
Queen's full.
How'd you fill that full house?
Same way you filled your flush, Sonny.
I wasn't dealing. You deal too good. For the house, way too good.
Looks like you're outvoted, Cowboy.
And who might you be?
I'm what is known as the proprietor of this emporium.
Oh. Well, you just lost the day's extra profits.
Let it lay, Cowboy. All right, Cowboy, you've had your fun. Now hit the trail while you're healthy.
No, you never get tired, do you?
He drew first.
Go on. Take him up to my room. You get Doc Albright. Are you giving up on him already?
Might save a lot of wasted time and trouble if I did. I'd kind of imagine about now the customers are kind of missing you downstairs.
What about him, Doc?
About 50-50 if I can get the slug out of them and if complications don't set in. Which they probably will. We'll need some whiskey. Lord puts together a beautiful machine of muscles, bone, and flesh. Along comes a 45. There goes your fine machine.
Meaning what?
Meaning there's nothing I can do to ever make his gun hand work again.
The boss sent me up to tell you.
That he's sorry, but it couldn't be helped.
How'd you know what he said?
That's what he always says.
You mean it's happened before?
It's happened before, and it'll happen again, as long as know-nothing saddle tramps keep coming down the trail.
Dora, I can use a little assistance.
Well, the boss said to tell you that they're asking when you're going to come down and sing.
Yeah, well, tell them they'll hear me sing loud and clear on my way to the funeral. Okay, Doc, what do I do?
Whichever I reach for, give it to me quick.
Is he gonna die?
Eventually.
I'm talking about right now.
Well, if this were a hospital and he had a nurse to look after him day and night, he might pull through. Under the circumstances.
What circumstances?
Well, for one, if I were Mayor Kelly and I just shot a man because if I hadn't, he would have killed me, I might be a little sensitive about having him on the premises.
Well, then let's get him off the premises.
And take him where?
I suppose you're in favor of dumping him in the street and forgetting about him.
Well, that's the course of action that common sense would recommend.
If I had any common sense, Doctor, I wouldn't be where I am. And neither would you.
Hmm. He can't be moved for a while. I'll look in again on him in the morning.
Hello, Nancy. Dora, you haven't eaten a thing all day. I thought at least you might like some coffee.
Now, that's right nice of you. Maybe it'll cure what ails me.
How soon will he be ready to travel?
Well, the question is, where can he travel to in the shape he's in?
Nobody can't stay here.
Now, is that your opinion or Mayor Jim Kelly's?
Both.
Well, what do he ever do to you?
I know, but that's not the point.
Then what is?
Oh, Dora, you know that his kind of gun-crazy saddle tramp is good for nothing but trouble.
Yeah, it seems to me I've heard those words before. When I said them to you about Bill Crawford.
Bill's different.
Sure, you're in love with Bill.
I know, but you're not in love with him.
I ran out of being in love a long way back.
What? Are you supposed to be? Angel or something?
Thanks for the misplaced compliment. I'm Dora Hand. Now, what name do you travel under?
Slim. Slim Kennedy. I can't feel my hand.
It'll be all right.
It better be. I'm gonna need it.
Now, what for, especially?
Where's my 45?
If you mean that second-hand hog leg you were wearing. It's too far for you to reach. Besides, you're not gonna need that anyhow. Did Bill Crawford come in tonight?
Well, you know he comes in every night since we're engaged.
Hey, lady,
Now, if I was any lady, you wouldn't be sleeping in my bed. You just lay still, shut up, before you start bleeding again. Send Bill Crawford up here. Then go find Doc Albright. Now, hurry. Careful. Careful. You sure he can stand this trip?
Whether he can or he can't, he's in no shape to know the difference.
Dora?
Oh, yeah, I'm taking the day off. For driving the country. Any objections?
Some. You've already done more for him than he's likely to thank you for.
Can't feel my hand.
Now, you just lay still. You're gonna be all right.
Where's my gun?
It's where it's gonna do you no more harm.
I gotta kill a man.
You gotta kill a man? Why, you're lucky to be alive, and all you can say is you gotta kill a man.
I'm gonna kill you, mister. You hear? I'm coming after you.
Let's go.
Well, that's the last we'll see of that trail tramp.
I hope you're right, Marshal.
Pain in the shoulder? Yeah. Well, it'll be stiff for a while. You were lucky that the bullet didn't shatter the bone.
What about my hand?
Try it.
Do to my hand?
One thing I'm not is God. I can't put back muscles and nerves you got shot out of you.
You made a one-hand cripple out of me.
You were bound and determined to come out here and talk with him. I think now would be a fine time to do your talking.
You had him do this to me. Now, I wouldn't go after your friends.
If I could take credit for it, I would. Now, if it'll make you feel any better, I will. Let's size you up, Cowboy. You bucked the tiger once too often. And it cost you a hand that was bound to get you hung or killed if you kept on using it.
But I still got a hand, lady.
Yeah, now you're really gonna scare Jim Kelly.
Listen, lady.
Now you listen, Cowboy. You could just as easy be 6 feet in the dirt out on Boot Hill. We dragged you here dead as a hunk of butchered beef, and Doc saved your worthless life. Now, Bill Crawford here's lined you up a job with the foreman. At least you'll be earning your keep. And I doubt that you ever did that before. And you can walk and talk and breathe and see. And when you get ready, you can ride on out of here, take every road whichever you want to go. And nobody can make you say thanks.
Thanks.
Hey, you sound like you really mean that.
Well, I don't.
So I made another mistake.
It's... You made another mistake.
Come on, let's get on back to town. Bill?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm counting on you. Don't let him off the reservation with a gun on him.
Not if I can help it.
You help it. And the sooner he's gone from here, the better.
Yes, ma'am, I know.
You know a lot for your age.
I'm learning. You're not, Dora. You never will. You've got a mean job on your hands.
But I owe Miss Dora for the way she looked out after Nancy. Anything I can do for her, I'm gonna do.
Good for what ails you.
Nothing ails me.
That was a long trip you took today out to the Mason Ranch and back.
Well, now, you do hear all the news, don't you?
I'm kind of interested. How's the boy?
What boy?
The last one you adopted.
Oh, him. Well, you don't have to worry about him anymore.
I had noticed I was worried.
Yeah, why should you? They're a dime a dozen.
Dora, I'm going to take that load off your mind. I'm leaving on the midnight stage, business in Kansas City. I'm going to leave you in charge while I'm away.
You mean you trust me not to rob the cash box?
I trust you with everything I have. You know, it's a shame to leave my house standing empty while I'm away. Why don't you move in till I come back?
Just till you get back.
That's what I said.
It's gonna cost you.
Hmm?
They're getting married next week. It sure would be nice for Nancy to have her wedding at your place instead of here.
Okay, champagne on me.
And a wedding dress for Nancy.
She's a tough woman to do business with. All right, Dora, you might as well move in tonight.
All right, Nancy, you'll move in with me. That way I know there'll be a wedding.
Dora was due to marry a cowboy way back, only he never made it to the wedding. Lost a gunfight on the way.
So that's why she takes in every stray that comes along. You'd think after getting hurt that bad once, she'd back off from it happening again. I guess you can't figure a woman.
I'll buy that.
You shoot real good.
Yeah, real good. Once I draw. Well, if I go up against him, he'll cut me down before I get a shot at him.
Well, then?
Well, then what?
Well, if I was you, and I figured that I couldn't whip him, I'd say, well, what's the use in fighting him? That way I'd stay healthy.
Well, nobody made a one-hand cripple out of you.
Slim, I'm gonna have to take that gun away from you.
No, you're not.
I got to. I promised Miss Dora.
There. We'll shorten it a little bit, and that's all.
Well, do you think...
I think Bill will think you're very beautiful. So will everybody else, but he's the only one who counts.
Oh, no, he's not, Dora. You've done so much for me. Like, you know...
Like I was your mother? Now, do I look that old?
No, you're not old.
If you live to be 100, you'll never be as old as I am.
Where's Mayor Kelly?
He went to Kansas City.
Well, how long will he be gone?
About 2 weeks. Why?
Oh, it's not important.
You rode all the way in here from the ranch this time of night just for the exercise?
All right, Marshal, I was a little worked up about Slim Kennedy.
Oh, that saddle tramp you've been riding herd on for Miss Dora.
I let him get loose, wearing his gun. But I guess as long as the mayor's out of town.
I think Miss Dora ought to know about it anyhow. She's staying at the mayor's house while he's away. She and your bride-to-be. I'll walk over there with you.
Well, there's no need.
Can't do any harm.
Dora? You know, I'll bet he'd ask you to marry him if you'd let him.
He's asked. Tell you what we're going to do, Dora. We're gonna go see the preacher. Then you run the joint, and I'll run for senator. It's gonna take me time, Dora, but now I'm gonna make a lady out of you. No, thank you, Mr. Mayor. No, thank you very much. I've traveled this far single. Guess I'll travel the same to the finish.
Dora! She's dead. And you killed her. You killed the only friend you've ever had.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You in there! Come on out with your hands up.
Thanks.
They say there used to be a saying in Dodge City, the left hand is damned. Perhaps that began to be said when what you've just seen happened, as it really did, back when the West was wild. Next week, another true story of life and death on the old frontier. See you then.
Death Valley Days.
Now. Yeah, you shoot pretty good for your age.
Well, how good do you want it?
It ain't what I want, Frank. It's what you want.
I want a job, Heck.
You live to cuss me, you get the best I got to give.
And you've been cussed before.
Yeah. Well, $1 a day, 6 cents a mile when you're on official business, $2 per man you bring in, and serving papers 50 cents. No way to get rich.
Well, that can wait. Look, Heck, I know that you need a deputy, and you know that I'm available. So what does that leave to settle before I start?
Just one thing, Frank. A man puts on a badge, he's marked for life.
You wear the brand real well.
Never did me any particular good.
Well, I'd sure hate to call you a liar.
Well, it wouldn't help our friendship.
Yeah, all right. Now, look, Heck, what you're trying to tell me is, I might regret it if the law says do this, and I'd sooner do that.
Duty is a terrible thing. Sometimes doing it just eats your insides out. And there comes a time, it always comes, when you got no choice. then all you can hope for is maybe, don't bet on it, maybe somebody will say he's seen his duty and he done it.
It wouldn't look bad on a tombstone.
No, I guess not. All right. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to uphold the laws of the United States, the duties of your office to the best of your abilities, to help you God.
I do.
Well, then there be no further objections. I hereby appoint you, Frank Dalton, Deputy Federal Marshal.
Well, thanks, Hank. You know, you might be the one that's going to regret this.
I'll take my chances.
Well, what are you doing back here?
Why, Sam, I'm the new deputy marshal.
Deputy Marshal? You?
Well, that's what this says.
How did you work that?
Heck, Thomas worked it.
I thought he had better sense.
Is that what you intend to say to folks around town?
Well, I say it's my business.
Yeah, you go ahead and say that, Sam. I'll have one of the same. How you doing, Charlie?
All right, I guess. When did you go in the lawman business?
Well, it just started.
You gonna be located around here?
Yeah, for a little while anyway.
Well, that'll be real nice for you and Emmy Johnson. No offense, you know. I just happen to remember that when you was here before, you and her was kind of took with each other.
Yeah. Give another drink.
You going out to the Johnson place?
Well, I might. Why?
Oh, I just wondered.
About what?
This fella, Albert Jones, is sure peculiar about him. A man can't just disappear.
Well, it's been done, Charlie.
Yeah, but... maybe I better not say any more. She'd probably tell you anyhow.
Who will tell me what?
Emmy Johnson. This fella, Jones, had some sort of a deal with Emmy's pa. He's staying there, like him and George Johnson was partners.
And you say he disappeared?
That's what George Johnson claims.
How about another drink, Charlie? Hmm?
Frank, I couldn't believe it was you.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time.
It's been too long. Are you going to stay this time?
Well, that all depends.
Dang windmill pump ain't worth the powder to... So it's you.
How are you, Mr. Johnson?
You got anything cold to drink?
I just made some lemonade. Can I get you a glass?
Don't bother. He won't be here long enough to drink it.
Oh, I haven't seen Frank in nearly 2 years.
You saw too much of him then. Hanging around every night. I don't want that starting again.
Look, Mr. Johnson, I don't want to cause any trouble.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. You can prove it by leaving right now.
All right. Oh, by the way, Mr. Johnson, I understand a fellow by the name of Albert Jones was staying out here.
He was, but he's gone.
What about him?
Well, there's talk in town that he just up and vanished.
Nothing odd about it. He just got on his horse and left. Good riddance. Couldn't trust him any further than you could throw a steer.
You ought to know about that, Emmy.
Why should she know?
Never mind. None of your butt in anyhow.
I've been talking to folks around town about this Albert Jones who's staying out at George Johnson's farm. It's kind of strange how he left town all of a sudden.
I already told you. I only talked to him once in my life.
What'd you talk about?
He wanted to know how much I'd give him for his horse.
This the horse?
Yep.
Looks like you made a deal.
I give him $50. Mostly for the saddle.
Well, then how'd he leave town?
We got a stage goes through here twice a week. You ever think of asking at the stagecoach office?
No, I hadn't.
And you call yourself a low man.
Mr. Moore? Mr. Moore? Mr. Moore!
Stage leaves 3 o'clock Tuesdays and Fridays. Oh, you're the new lawman. You going somewheres?
No, I just want to ask you a couple of questions.
Oh.
Now, this will just take a minute. Did you ever know a fellow by the name of Albert Jones?
No.
Oh, well, he stayed out there with George Johnson until a couple of weeks ago. Did you ever see him around?
Yeah.
Well, you said you said you didn't know him.
No. Know what he looks like, but I don't know him personal. There's a difference.
Oh. Did he buy a ticket to leave on the stage?
Yeah.
Well, thanks. Oh, what stage did he leave on?
Didn't.
Didn't? You mean he didn't leave?
No. Bought a ticket, never used it. Waste of money, if you ask me.
Good night, Mr. Moore. Oh, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson.
What is it now?
Well, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions about Albert Jones.
Why?
Well, let's just say I'm interested.
Look, Dalton, that tin badge on you don't fool me for a minute. Now, you don't give a hoot about Al Jones. You're just looking for an excuse to hang around Emmy.
Well, it won't hurt you or her for you to answer me some questions.
I'll tell you nothing. And if I catch you near my daughter, I'll tear that tin badge off of you. Now, you keep away from me. And from her.
I'm glad Paul wasn't home when you came by.
Well, it wasn't just happenstance, Emmy. I saw him in town getting supplies, and I figured that'd keep him busy for a while.
You haven't changed a bit.
This all right?
It's fine.
Oh, here, let me help you with that.
Thank you. What is it, Frank? Can't you talk to me anymore?
Well, yes, I do have something to say, but...
Tell me.
Well, a minute ago you said that I haven't changed much. Well, I don't know about that, except for one thing, Annie. The way I feel about you, that hasn't changed at all. But I know that you never do anything unless your father gave it his blessing.
I just can't.
Well, he's not the Almighty. He could be wrong. Emmy, your father said that Jones rode out of town on a horse. I found out that he didn't even have a horse.
Why do you keep asking me about him?
It's my job.
Well, all right. You say he didn't have a horse? Maybe he took the stage.
Yes, he could have. In fact, he bought a ticket for it.
Well, then.
But he didn't show up for the trip that day, nor any other day.
Well, I don't care how he went as long as he's gone.
How do you mean that?
He was always making remarks. Whenever I went into a room where he was, he never stopped watching me. I feel his eyes on me all the time.
Well, if he was that kind of a man, your father wouldn't have kept him around.
They were in business together.
Well, I never knew your father was a businessman.
We were going to buy up a lot of cattle down in Texas. Take it to Dodge to sell. There's supposed to be a lot of money in it.
Did your father know anything about cattle?
No. But Mr. Jones did. Paul put up the money.
Emmy, did they make any money on their partnership?
Deal never went through. They had a terrible argument. Mr. Jones went away.
Emmy, what was your father doing the night that Jones disappeared?
What's Paul got to do with it?
Maybe nothing.
Maybe nothing. What does that mean?
Well, I told you, I'm just trying to find out
Look, you leave Paul alone. He's got enough worries, losing the money on the cattle deal and all.
I told you, Emmy, I've got a job to do, like it or not.
Well, I don't like your job. I don't like you much anymore.
Yes, you do. You more than like me, Emmy. And I'm more than like you.
I want to go home.
All right.
Thanks for the beer, Frank. Really cut the dust. Come on, boy. We got a long ways to go.
I was kind of hoping you'd stick around and handle this thing.
Well, I told you, Frank, I got to be up north in 2 days. Besides, you've got enough to go on. Chances are Jones is dead and Johnson killed him. All you have to do is prove it.
Oh, yeah, but how?
Well, that's your red wagon. You know, the first thing you have to learn about being a lawman, shooting straight ain't anywhere near enough. Got to learn to think straight, too.
Now, look, Hick, I've been looking around for 3 days. You know, there's 1,000 square miles out there. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Well, chances are you using your saddle instead of your head.
All right, I guess I'm too dumb to be a deputy.
But you're stuck with it. So long, Frank.
So long, Hick.
Your boss didn't stay long, did he?
Nope. Just long enough to remind me that this wasn't put here to keep my hat off my ears.
Hi, Frank. I ain't seen you around much lately.
I'm busy right now, Charlie.
Well, you don't look like it.
I'm thinking.
Huh? Well, what about?
Right now, how to get rid of you.
Oh. I thought we was friends. You know, some folks say that they're your friends, but when they don't want you around, you can just whistle up Dry River.
Oh, wait a minute, Charlie.
What for?
For that drink you want.
Now you are talking friendship.
Charlie, you get out of town much, like out on the prairie?
Heck no. Why should I? And there ain't nothing out there I got any use for.
Well, there might be something out there I could use. Well, now that's going to cost you, Charlie.
Hey, Mr. Treeland! Mr. Treeland! Mr. Treeland! Something terrible has happened. I got to find the deputy. Where is he? Where's Frank Dalton? I've got to talk to him.
For Pete's sake, Charlie, calm down.
I've got to find Frank Dalton.
Well, he ain't here. He rode out early this morning and said he won't be back till tomorrow. Now, what's this all about?
I can't tell nobody but the law.
Well, what's the law got to do with it?
You'd know if you saw what I saw.
And what did you see?
Somebody that somebody murdered.
Come on, Emmy. We gotta get home.
All right. Whoever it is in here, you better come out where I can see you. With your hands up.
Quiet, Emmy, it's me.
I was afraid it was you.
Afraid?
The way you feel about Pa. I thought you'd be keeping an eye on him. Oh, Frank, why can't you let him alone? He didn't kill Albert Jones.
Somebody did. I have to find out who and why.
Frank, listen to me. I've been thinking ever since that day I got mad at you. I was wrong. I can't let Pa go on running my life forever. Oh, Frank, we love each other. Let's get married. Get away from here. Now.
Emmy, we're not the kind to lie to each other. Are you ready to marry me? Or are you just trying to save your father?
Frank, I love you. But how can we ever be happy together if you're responsible for what happens to him?
Then you know it's true.
I don't know. It's just that ever since we talked, I keep remembering things. Things he said, the way he's acted. I haven't slept in a week, worrying and wondering.
And you will worry and wonder the rest of your life unless the truth comes out now.
Why does it have to be now or ever? Who cares about Albert Jones? Frank, we love each other. That's all that counts. You don't owe anything to that badge Heck Thomas pinned on you. Well, where's he going? Did you know this was going to happen? Is that why you came here?
I was hoping it wouldn't happen.
Frank, what about us?
I'm sorry, Emmy. Got! won't have to kill you. Why'd you do it? Was he trying to cheat you out of that cattle drive money?
Never was any cattle drive. What he was after was every dime I saved in 30 years.
Why didn't you go to law about it?
Law? There's no law in this territory.
That's where you're wrong.
Why? Because you came along with that badge pinned on your vest? You'd never been able to prove a thing on me if a drunken fool hadn't led you to it.
He didn't lead me to it, Mr. Johnson. You did. If you hadn't, there's 3 of us that might have been better off. Just might have been. Let's go.
We'll get him to Fort Smith in time for the next court session.
Here, Paul. You forgot your pipe.
Sure you don't want to change your mind about that transfer?
No, I've been here too long.
All right, Frank. Keep up the good work when you get there.
Death Valley Days.
Now, 20 Mule Team products bring you Death Valley Days. Sometimes human hearts keep alive what the historians bury in footnotes. Did you ever hear of the United States senator who won more lasting fame because of a dog than for anything he ever did in Washington? Well, the story's true. By the way, I play the senator.
Johnny, sit, steady, now steady. That's a good dog, that's a fine dog. Not yet. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and 4 to go! Run, Johnny, run! Run, Johnny, run! Johnny! Johnny! Why'd you have to kill him? Why'd you have to do that?
I warned you to keep off my property.
He wasn't bothering you.
He ain't gonna bother me from now on.
You had no right. You're a murderer.
Get off my land and stay off. Go on! Get!
You understand now if Mr. Vest says no.
He's not the only lawyer in town.
He's the only one that's not afraid to tangle with Carter Johnson. Must be away campaigning.
Well, come in, come in.
believe we've met before. You're Andrew Cody, live out west of town.
That's right, Mr. Best. I shook hands with you at the election rally a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, sure. Well, sit down.
Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you, Mr. Cody?
It's for him. Andy's my grandson.
Glad to meet you, Andy.
Carter Johnson killed my dog.
Why'd he do that?
Just out of meanness. He's a mean man. He's a murderer.
Mr. Johnson claims that Andy and the dog was trespassing.
I see. Well, have you talked to the sheriff?
Oh, that wouldn't do any good.
Well, I'm not sure that I can help you, Andy.
You're supposed to be the best lawyer in the county.
He's not only supposed to be, Andy, he is.
A lawyer's only as good as the last case he won, or lost. Tell me about it.
Well, I was running a race with Johnny. That was his name. He ran over the hill ahead of me, and Carter Johnson shot him. He shot him twice with a double-barrel shotgun.
How old are you, Andy?
12 going on 13.
How old was Johnny?
10.
You had him all that time?
Yes, sir.
Carter Johnson shot him. Shot him twice.
I guess you're like everybody else. You don't have any trouble with Carter Johnson.
I wouldn't say that, Andy. I wouldn't say that at all. We're going to sue Carter Johnson for $500.
$500? For a dog?
I'll take care of Carter Johnson. Andy, you try to remember 10 years of happiness is a lot to be thankful for. More than some people get out of life if they live to be 100.
Well, I can't serve this on Carter Johnson.
Why not?
$500 for a misbred mongrel dog? He wasn't worth anything.
You're not the judge and jury.
I got a right to my opinion.
Which is that I must have been out of my mind to take a case like this? Now, don't answer that, Sheriff. Just do your duty. Unless you want it on the record that you're afraid to serve a summons and a complaint to Carter Johnson.
Well, he'll throw this right back in my face.
If he does, he'll be in contempt of court and you'll have to arrest him.
Oh, you know I can't do that.
I know he got you elected. But there's another election coming along.
And you're in it. And if you got any hope of being elected senator...
I'm a citizen first, a lawyer second, and a candidate after that. Now, where do you stand, Sheriff?
All right. All right, but you'll regret this even if I don't.
Looking for me, Sheriff?
Well, I didn't think anyone was at home.
I was out in the kitchen.
Well, old man Cody and his grandson are suing you for shooting the kid's dog.
How'd they find a lawyer fool enough to sue me?
Well, they got George Vest for their lawyer.
And I'm not going to take this.
You'll have to talk to George Vest about that.
Sheriff, you take this back where you got it.
Well, I've been expecting you.
Then you know what I'm here about. You can tear that up and forget it.
I don't think so.
What did you take this case for, anyhow? Old man Cody can't pay you. He hasn't got a dime.
You'll have $500 when it's over.
You're out of your mind. $500 for a two-bit mongrel hound? The jury will laugh you out of court.
Possible, but improbable.
Now, look. You want to go to the United States Senate. You'll need every vote you can get. I carry a lot of them right in my pocket. Nobody wants a fool for a senator. That's what you be if you take me to court about a dog.
You're right, Mr. Johnson. This case could break or make me. But let's not dig my grave until the jury comes in.
Now, look. I'm warning you. Drop this case or take the consequences.
I don't like bribes. I like threats even less. You're lucky you're not being sued for $5,000. Now take this and get out.
Hi there, Andrew. Oh, hello, Joe. I got a little order here for you from Andy's Ma.
All right. Hey, that's some case you folk got against Carter Johnson. Everyone's laughing about it.
What's funny? He killed my dog.
Andy. Oh. Here. You go in and get yourself some candy. Go on. Go ahead.
Andy, let's see what you'd like. Like a couple of these?
Yeah.
Some of these mint leaves.
Sure.
Let's make 2 of them. Piece of watermelon?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 of those. How about a piece of licorice?
Sure.
There you are.
Is this 3 cents worth?
Something to grow on. Say, you folks don't really think you're going to win that big case, do you, Andy?
We better win it. Johnny was the only friend I had.
A dog's a dog. Mongrel's a mongrel.
That isn't what Mr. Vest thinks.
Well, he's a politician. They never say what they really think. He'll carry your case just so far, then he'll drop it like a hot potato.
Give me my 3 cents back.
And come in.
Mr. Vest,
Yes.
I'm Andy Cody's mother.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Cody. You have a mighty fine boy for a son. Is something wrong?
Yes, Mr. Vest, something is wrong. Because of you, my son wants to kill a man.
What do you mean?
Took his grandfather's rifle and ran out of the house saying he was going to shoot Carter Johnson.
Couldn't you stop him?
You're the one who should have stopped him. Why didn't you tell him to forget about his dog? What's dead can't be brought back to life. Why didn't you tell him that justice isn't for people like us?
Because that's not so, Mrs. Cody. That's just not so. Now, if I'm responsible for something that shouldn't have happened, I'll make amends any way I can. But first, let's find your boy.
Have you seen him?
He's bound to be around here somewhere.
Carter Johnson's house is only a couple of miles from here.
Let's spread out.
Andy! Wait!
Keep away from me, Mr. Vest.
I thought I was your lawyer.
A lawyer's no good to me. Everybody's laughing at you. It's all a joke about us. Carter Johnson.
It won't be a joke when your case gets to the jurors.
Oh, they'll laugh too.
Andy, killing Carter Johnson won't prove anything. You'll just be putting more weight on the wrong side of the scale. Justice is a funny thing. If you put too many wrongs on the scale, it gets awfully hard to make it balance out right again. Now, you know you can't kill Mr. Johnson. Give me the gun.
Andy, come back!
Oh, I'm all right. I couldn't do it. Mr. Johnson rode right past me. I couldn't do it. I'm a coward.
You're no coward, Andy. You're just not a murderer. Thank God.
Andy, we heard a shot. What happened?
I was so mad at myself, I had to shoot at something.
Is that what you shot at, Andy?
And I hit it, too, right through the hat.
Come on, I'll take you home. And you, young man, you stay there. We'll take care of Carter Johnson tomorrow the right way, in court.
Put your hand on the Bible. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Sit down.
Now, Andy, would you tell us, please, just what happened on Mr. Johnson's property last Monday?
Yes, sir. Me and Johnny.
Johnny was your dog?
Yes, sir. Me and Johnny were running a race, and Mr. Johnson shot Johnny.
Now, were you and Johnny doing anything wrong? Up to any mischief?
No, sir. We were just heading for home.
Why did you cross Mr. Johnson's land?
It was a shortcut.
What did Johnny mean to you?
It was the only friend I had in this world.
The only friend?
Yes, sir. We live too far from anybody for me to have any other friends.
Your Honor, I object.
What?
To Mr. Vest introducing the term friend, referring to a dog. The word friend should be reserved only for human relationships.
Your Honor, Andy's father was killed in a railroad accident when Andy was a baby. His grandfather is an old man. He's a wonderful grandfather, but there are some things he can't do.
What's the point of all this?
The dog was the only companion that Andy could run with, go adventuring with. Now, I call that being a friend in the truest sense of human relationship.
I'll let the word friend remain in the testimony. Shh. You find the rulings of this court amusing, Mr. Johnson?
No, Your Honor. A little unusual.
Proceed, Mr. Vest.
Thank you, Your Honor. Was Johnny a vicious dog?
No, sir.
Well, can you think of any reason why Mr. Johnson would have to shoot him?
No, sir. Except that Mr. Johnson is mean.
Your Honor.
We'll strike the boy's last remark.
Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Now, Andy, you've sworn to tell the truth, haven't you? So I want you to tell us. Isn't it true that on several occasions Mr. Johnson warned you to keep off of his property with your dog?
Yes, sir.
So you were trespassing, isn't that so?
No, sir.
Do you know the meaning of the word trespassing? Well, answer me, Andy.
Your Honor, Mr. Collins is bullying the witness.
Just take it a little easier, Mr. Collins. He's just a boy.
Yes, Your Honor. Do you know the meaning of the word trespassing?
Yes, but...
Then you know that you were trespassing, isn't that so? Just answer yes or no.
Mr. Johnson didn't have to kill Johnny.
Oh. Now, did you see Mr. Johnson shoot your dog?
No, but...
Well, then, for all you know, your dog might have been attacking Mr. Johnson, isn't that right?
Johnny wouldn't...
Yes or no?
No, Johnny wouldn't hurt anybody.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
That's all, Andy.
I have no other witnesses, Your Honor. However, I'd be very much interested in hearing the witnesses for the defense.
Is the defense ready?
We certainly are, sir.
And then call your witness.
The defense calls Dr. William Porter.
Put your hand on the Bible. Swear to tell the
Promise you
truth, the
fight
whole truth,
Mr.
and nothing but the
Johnson.
truth, help you God.
We're fighting him, Andy. He doesn't know it yet.
Now, Dr. Porter, you're a veterinarian?
That's right.
You're the only one in town, in fact. May we assume that you know more about dogs than any other man in town?
Well, I would think so.
Well, in your professional opinion, was the Cody boy's dog worth $500?
No, sir.
Well, then what is your honest evaluation?
Well, that dog was 10 years old. He couldn't do any useful tasks that I know of. I'd say he wasn't even worth 50 cents.
Thank you, Doctor.
Dr. Porter, I imagine you have a great many friends.
I have.
Well, now, is there one amongst them that you might say was your best friend?
Well, yes, Joe Harper.
I believe he works in the general store.
I don't just work there. I own the place.
So Joe Harper is your best friend?
I just said that.
Now, Dr. Porter, you've heard the judge rule that the word friend can apply to a dog. Andy's dog was his best, well, his only friend. You said he wasn't worth 50 cents. Now, would you also say that Joe Harper isn't worth 50 cents?
You can't compare a man to a dog.
Just answer the question.
Well, it's a stupid question.
Your Honor.
Answer the question.
Well, yes.
What was that?
I said yes. I mean no.
I have no more questions.
Step down, Dr. Porter.
Your Honor, I had intended to put my client on the stand, but it seems to be an obvious waste of time to pursue this farce any further. The boy and his dog were clearly trespassing. He'd been warned many times by my client. The demand for $500 damages is preposterous. I move for dismissal, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the issue here is one that cannot be dismissed. What is this world coming to if a boy and his dog can't run across a field? If all of us shot every dog that ran across his property, there'd be mighty few dogs on Earth and millions of lonely children. What is a dog? How much is a dog worth? The best friend a man has may turn against him, become his enemy. His son or daughter whom he has reared with loving care may prove ungrateful. Those nearest and dearest to us, those whom we trust with our happiness and our own good names, may become traitors to their faith. The money a man has, he may lose. It flees away from him, perhaps when he needs it most. His reputation is sacrificed in a moment of ill-considered action. Those people who are prone to fall on their knees to do us honor when success is with us may be the first to throw the stone of malice when failure settles its clouds upon our heads. The one absolutely unselfish friend a man can have in this selfish world, the one who never deserts him, the one who never proves ungrateful or treacherous, is his dog. A man's dog will stand by him in prosperity and in poverty, in health and in sickness. He'll sleep on the cold ground where wintry winds blow and the snow drives fiercely, if only he can be near his master's side. He'll kiss the hand that has no food to offer. He'll lick the wounds and sores that come in encounter with the roughness of the world. He guards the sleep of his pauper master as if he were a prince. When all other friends desert him, he remains. When riches take wings and reputation falls apart, his love is as constant as the sun in its journey through the heavens. If fortune drives his master forth into the world an outcast, friendless, homeless, the faithful dog asks no higher privilege than that of accompanying him to guard against danger to fight against his enemies. And when the last scene of all comes, when death takes the master in its arms, when his body is laid away in the cold ground, no matter if all other friends pursue their way, there by his graveside, the noble dog will be found. Head between his paws, his eyes sad but open, in alert watchfulness, faithful and true, even to death.
The motion for dismissal is denied. The jury will retire and consider a verdict.
I don't think we have to retire, Your Honor. We've already reached our verdict.
Well, how do you find?
We find the defendant guilty as charged. I mean, we find for Andy Cody against Carter Johnson.
Happened in western Kansas way back in the 1890s, but the world still quotes Senator George A. Vest's classic tribute to the dog. I wonder if you feel as I do, that that's quite a tribute to Senator Vest. And next week, another chapter from our long and I think wonderful history. See you then.
Death Valley Days.
Now for our story. Have you ever seen a contraption like this? And can you guess what it did? Well, unless you're a buff on the history of photography, the answer to both questions is probably no. It's called a zoopraxiscope, and it played a major role in the creation of a great industry and a turning point in the life of the man who put it together way back in 1872. You'll see it work in this strange true story of a bet that was made and won in San Francisco. We call it the $25,000 wager.
Flora? I thought it was you.
Oh, well, hello, Frederick.
Flora, please.
Mr. Mybridge is taking my picture.
Who? You buffoon? Swing by your tail for a while.
Frederick, don't talk to him that way. He's asked me to marry him.
So has every man in San Francisco with good eyes, including me.
Well, I've accepted him.
Flora, you can't. Look at this. And this. These are diamonds. Real diamonds. I can buy them for you. I want to. You'll be back in society.
Back? I was never in society.
Sure you were.
When George died, I was out. Where were all those friends, the ones who never missed our parties? I didn't drop them. They dropped me. I've had my fill of society. I want to be with people.
But him? He's not people. He even tries to look like a fool.
He has his reasons.
For wearing those clothes? For wearing those whiskers?
I said he has his reasons, and they're good enough for me.
Slow up. I'm ready.
Well, I'm not.
I've got it.
Frederick, please go.
Not till you promise not to marry him. Not till you talk to me. I thought the clowns left with the circus.
The lady asked you to go.
She doesn't really want me to go.
I do. Now leave, or...
Or what?
Oh, Edward!
Edward, hurry.
When the governor gets here, let him wait. It'll help him to remember me.
Darling, Governor Leland Stanford is here. Won't you sit down? He'll be right with you.
Thank you.
Sugar?
No, thank you. I've never heard the name Edward. Is it Welsh?
No, my husband made it up.
Oh.
When he came to this country from England, his name was James Edward Muggeridge.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, he wanted something different, something people would remember. You see, he feels he has to make good in a hurry. For the past 100 years, all the men in his family have died young.
It doesn't mean that he will.
No, but he wants to make sure he has time to do something important. And he will. You know, he has 100 ideas for making better cameras. Well, he feels that if people remember him, if he becomes famous, he can charge higher fees, close the studio, and work on those ideas. He'll do it, too.
I'm sure he will.
I gather my new coat startles you.
Your wife was just telling me you want to stand out from the crowd.
I'm not in the crowd, Governor.
My husband is the world's greatest photographer.
I'll agree to that. I saw the pictures you took in Alaska and at Yosemite.
That's not enough. I've got to do something no one else has ever done. Big, important, unforgettable.
Well, with the drive that you've got inside of you and this lovely lady to help you, you might make it. Meanwhile, why haven't you answered my letters about taking some pictures of my horse Occident?
People have seen lots of horses.
Not like Occident. He's not just a horse. He's the greatest trotting horse on earth. He deserves to have his picture taken by the world's greatest photographer.
Oh, no wonder they elected you governor. Yeah, I'll think about it.
No time for that. I'm leaving for Sacramento tonight. See my horse Occident race against Silver King.
Silver King? Well, that's Frederick McCrellish's horse.
McCrellish? Is he a friend of yours?
On the contrary. Friend of yours?
Oh, on the contrary. I'll take Occident's picture on one condition.
You name it.
That he beats Fred McCrellish. I mean, Silver King.
Occident looks ready.
He is beautiful.
Hey, Flora. And my old sparring partner. How are you, buddy? Come on over and sit with the owner of the Winter.
We are sitting with him.
Put your money where your mouth is. Come on. You like Occident? Bet on him. How much? How about you, Governor? Little man-to-man wager? Say 5,000?
I bet on people, not horses.
There they go.
That's driving him, Charlie. Let him go. Look at that Silver King. Look at him go.
Come on, Occident.
It's a cakewalk, Charlie. A cakewalk. Hey, Governor, when's your animals start running? Drive him, Charlie, drive him! All the way, Charlie! All the way! Here comes Occident. Hang on, Charlie! Come on! Come on!
That was wonderful. Congratulations, Governor.
Occident deserves them, not me. He's a magnificent animal. Remember, you've got to take his picture.
I will.
Now, this can be an important picture. People will remember it if you can catch that vigor, that animal vitality Occident had coming down the stretch. He was flying.
Sure. He has wings. His feet never touch the ground.
There are times when they don't.
What holds him up? I told you he was a nut.
My bridge, I believe you're right.
Okay. You say you bet on people. Prove it. I say he's wrong. Let's make it interesting. I've got $25,000 that also says you're both wrong.
Can you take a picture of Occident with all his hoofs off the ground?
Maybe. Now, it all depends
Come on, Stanford. Let's put up or shut up.
Mr. McCrellish, I do bet on people. You have a wager. Everything in order?
Almost.
Good. You know, every time I come to Palo Alto and this farm, I'm tempted to move my office down here.
Hold this, please. Ready, Flora?
Give him his head! Let him run himself tired! My bridge, you can't scare a horse like that, not my horse.
I'm sorry, Governor, but I need that much light.
Well, get it some other way.
Governor, he's only trying to win your bet for you.
You're right, Mrs. Mybridge. I apologize to both of you.
He'll be right out.
Fine. He better not be later than 3 o'clock. That's the deadline. 2 minutes from now.
Well, Edward's been working on it for a whole month. A minute or two more can't make any difference.
It will to him. $25,000 worth. I see that picture by 3 o'clock.
We got it! We got it!
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You'll be remembered for this. Why, you've not only built a better, faster camera, you've shaken the entire world of art.
Really?
Why, of course. Every artist, even the great Maisonnier in Paris, paints horses wrong. Why, you've done something really important. You've added knowledge to the world. Well, are you willing to admit it now?
Where's the negative of this?
Well, what's the difference? You can see all 4 hooves are off the ground.
Yes, but these hooves don't look right. How do I know he didn't retouch the negative?
I did.
You admit it?
Sure, but only to make the hoofs come out clearer.
Pay me.
I didn't change the picture.
Just improved it a little.
Can you make a picture like this without any retouching?
I'd have to invent an even faster shutter to keep the hoofs from blurring.
Well, can he have a few more days?
Why? Did he give me a few more days? Before I knew it, his trains were taking ice from the mountains and putting my wagons out of business.
Frederick, you know they're right. That's why you won't do it.
All right. You want a 1-week extension?
That might be enough.
You've got it. On one condition. I want the whole city, the entire country, to laugh at the great Stanford.
What's your condition?
That we invite reporters, men from every paper, to be judges. You want a 1-week extension. That's the gamble you take. We let everybody know about your crazy idea.
We don't have enough room here.
There'll be plenty of room at the San Francisco Art Association. We'll be there next Monday.
Well?
I hope so.
Come in. Frederick.
Hello, Flora.
Well, Edward's not here.
I didn't think he was. Where are the glasses?
Frederick, don't open that bottle.
You're beautiful, Flora. You belong on Nob Hill, drinking wine, not here making a shirt for him.
I love him. He's a decent, wonderful man. He tries very hard. So far, things haven't worked out.
You're not in love with him. You're sorry for the poor fella. But, Flora, think of yourself. You're wasting years with him that we could be enjoying. Admit it. He's a loser, a failure.
Well, he won't be when he makes the picture for Governor Stanford.
How's he going to make it? I know. He'll find a horse that flies like a bird.
No, he'll make it with Occident.
You're sure?
I'm positive.
Then bet on him. Don't just talk. I say he won't. You say he will. If he does, I'll pay you $10,000. If he doesn't, you leave him and come with me. It was worth a try.
Get out.
I just stopped by to check. You gonna show up Monday?
I don't know.
Did you take any pictures today?
Hundreds.
Mybridge, do you want a tip? You and Stanford say Occident is smart enough to fly. If he is, why don't you let him take his own picture?
Darling, that's it. He's right. Occident can take his own picture. I'm going back to Palo Alto. These vertical lines are 2 foot apart. This horizontal line is 1.5 feet up. So if our picture shows a continuous line, it proves all 4 hoofs were at least that high off the ground. Now, about this yarn. As Occident hits and breaks each yarn, thus, the yarn will snap the shutter on the corresponding camera. Now, this way, we'll get a dozen pictures in the 2/3 of a second it takes Occident to run 24 feet.
Wonderful.
Now, some place in those 24 feet, there'll be at least one point where all his hooves will be off the ground.
Congratulations.
Ah, you save that to see if it works.
He's afraid of that white yarn. Get a darker color.
I tried that first. He shied when he felt the strings. Now, I thought if he could see them...
Don't get discouraged now. I think you're close to the answer.
Well, you want me to go on trying?
Well, of course.
Governor, you haven't got the bills for all this yet.
I don't care what it costs. If we're right, it'll teach people something they never knew. And knowledge is cheap at any price. Spend whatever you need, but get that picture.
I'm David Neal from the Bulletin.
Come in.
Thank you.
Glad I found you home on a Saturday night.
This is Mrs. Mybridge. Mr. Neal's from the Bulletin.
How do you do?
How do you do?
I'm supposed to be one of the judges on Monday, if you show up.
Well, of course I'll show up.
You will. Why?
Well, because he's made the picture. See for yourself.
That's a great job.
Thank you.
And really looks legitimate. You know, if McCrellish hadn't told us about that other retouch job, this sure would have convinced me. Looks like all his hooves really are off the ground.
Oh, they are. That picture's not retouched.
Sure.
I'll show you the negative.
Mybridge, I write the funny stuff for the Bulletin. The nut stories. You know, about the people that invent a machine that can add and subtract. People that have ideas about building a bridge across San Francisco Bay. I get them all, so don't try to kid me.
He's not kidding you. The picture's not retouched. He told you that. My husband is not a liar.
All right, you really believe it. Fine. That's my story.
What story?
Man convinces wife horses can fly. See you Monday.
If he thinks it's a trick, the others will too.
Maybe not.
Maybe. That's not good enough. Darling, I'm 35 years old. If I miss this chance, I may not live to...
Well, you didn't miss it.
But if they don't believe me, if they think it's another retouching trick or...
You were brilliant enough to do what you set out to do. Now, I know you'll be brilliant enough to find a way to prove it. Clear the table, I'll get some tea.
Maybe we can prove
All right, boys, here he is.
Glad all of you got here.
You think there's any chance of the governor winning the bet?
Sure. Stanford has a lot of political influence. Maybe he got Sacramento to repeal the law of gravity. I hope you brought the money.
I did, but I don't think I'll need it.
The governor's going to win the bet. Edward can prove he's right.
Where is old Whiskers?
He went home to change his clothes. He was up all night finishing this machine.
Can I look?
I don't think Edward would mind.
Can this thing fly, too?
Excuse me, gentlemen. Excuse me. Let him see the whole thing.
Mybridge, you'll be remembered for inventing this thing. The first bicycle that can't move.
I call it a zoopraxiscope, and you'd better remember that name. It's going to cost you $25,000.
Shaving sure has made you cocky.
I'm not cocky. I'm satisfied.
How does it work, if it does?
Attached to this glass wheel are negatives of the full set of pictures. Now, the light will shine through this slot and project onto that white surface. Now, if any of you have any questions after the demonstration, I'll answer them. Take your seats, gentlemen. Oh, McCrellish, and you too, Neal. Before you sit down, turn out the lights.
I'm not the janitor.
You want to see it work, don't you?
It's not flying.
That's the first picture. Now I'm going to spin the glass wheel.
I don't believe it.
I do.
So do I.
And so do I. Pay me. Well, Mr. Mybridge, it cost me $200,000 to collect $25,000, but it's worth it. I've paid more for old master paintings. You've just done what no other artist ever did in history. You've made pictures move.